What up, guys? It's Caroline.
I'm Brendan.
And we are
the Paranormal Educators.
Last night we visited the Devil's Tree. Now, this place was so creepy.
I just felt so uneasy there. It was insane how, like, we were getting so mad at each other. We were so anxious. And we were also getting bit by bugs, like,
We were being, like,
24/7.
taken over when we were in there.
Dude, like, you could see parts of the video where, like, you have, like, 5 mosquitoes on your arm.
My legs are covered in mosquito bites.
It's
It
bad.
is so bad. Anyways, like I said last night, we went to the Devil's Tree. Now, this is in a neighborhood park. So we pulled up to this parking lot, and there's a playground, there's like bathrooms, there's kids and everything. And then we keep walking, and suddenly see signs about alligators.
It was pretty cool. I like alligators.
Yeah, we think we saw one at the end of the night.
Yeah, we definitely did.
And you make a left turn, and boom, you walk down this little trail, and there it is.
You know those trails in, like, horror movies where, like, you, the audience, you're like, oh, do not go down that trail. What are you doing? Yeah, that was the trail, and we went down it.
This area, this tree, this whole ambiance is the way it is because that's where Florida's first serial killer left his bodies.
Gerard Schaefer.
Oh my gosh, that man, so creepy.
Psychopath.
Now, I'm gonna be reading off my iPad because I have all the notes and stuff because I don't remember things. Yay!
We're very forgetful.
Anyway, so let me give you a little tea about Gerard. All right, so he was the son of an abusive alcoholic father.
Same.
He hated his gender and wished he was born a girl. Now, this part, it seems really weird. How does that play into the whole serial killing? But it does in a way.
It all ties in.
It all come back together. So, his father put all of his rage onto him. His sister was never harmed and never punished. So that could also be why he also wished he was a girl.
How do you think the sister felt? Like, just like seeing her brother get abused right in front of her. Like, oh, hey, Gerard. How's your day going? Oh, it's going good. Oh, it's alright.
Oh no, I can't imagine.
Yikes.
Ugh. So he resented and worshipped the opposite sex. He wanted to be a woman basically so he could escape it all.
How's that possible? Resent and worship?
Because he resented his sister in a way that, okay, how come you didn't get abused but I did? But then at the same time he's like, oh, I wish I was like you, or I didn't have to get abused type thing. It says that he would steal women's underwear and clothing, very weird, and he would wear them in private. You know, to each their own, dress how you want to and everything, but to that, the way it got, it's really creepy. He began self-harming himself. He would tie himself to a tree and hurt himself.
What?
Now,
who just goes to a random tree and ties himself
makes
there?
no sense. Imagine just like putting the rope around you. Imagine someone walking by and seeing you.
Hey!
What's up?
What's up, Gerard?
Oh
Tying yourself again?
So now is where it kind of hits a dark point.
This is where, like, that earlier stage where he resents and worships the female. Like, this is when it starts tying into his, like, victims. His like, murders.
Because he wanted more. It was never enough for him just to, like, hurt himself or to have the thoughts about it. He, like, took it one step further. He became a member of the priesthood. Interesting. So he could be around other people. He became a principal where he got fired for inappropriate behavior.
Who would hire this guy?
Imagine them doing creepy stuff to kids. Like being a predator.
Yeah, I think I would just personally fight them.
So, once he was fired from being a principal, he became a police officer.
How do you go from
Go
that?
to the ranks, to the spots where you get more power and then abuse the power.
I just don't understand. If you were fired as a principal for inappropriate behavior,
How could you?
how could you become a cop? Like, how could the police department let that happen? That makes no sense. They don't do any background checks or anything on this guy?
Now we're at the kill count. Was more a predator towards younger women, older teens.
More like you.
More like someone like my age. So from the age of 20 to 23, he murdered at least 8 young women and children.
It's crazy though. Last night, right here, this article says 8 young women. Last night, we got 40. Remember, we were doing an SS method, no, a spirit box session.
Yeah.
And we asked how many bodies are still here, and it said 40.
There was a lot of different numbers that we were getting throughout the whole night.
Yeah.
In terms of body count.
I mean, this time period, they didn't have the forensics that we have. They didn't have the science that we have back then. Who knows how many, like, unsolved murders just, like, went, like, untalked about. for years, you know, and like were never found. We possibly were stepping on bodies last night.
Yeah.
That's definitely a possibility.
Now is where he made his little boo-boo, his little mistake and things, and got caught. Where he was working as a police officer, he would go into police files and whatnot and would find these young women and would go and contact them and try to talk to them, get them one-on-one.
Again, like, who's letting this happen? How does he just have access to these files? Just because he's a cop?
I think back then everything was more like open. There was more trust among everyone.
That's why we had people like Ted Bundy back then, to be honest.
Yeah, so he was actually fired from that one precinct.
Good.
Moves to another precinct. They let him into another one. Yeah. So
why?
He ends up letting one of his victims escape. So they both escaped, and they both were found by a new police officer, not him. Thank the Lord Jesus. Imagine they got caught by him again. Imagine they're escaping, and then he's like,
Yeah, no. That's some Michael Myers type stuff.
And they were able to tell the police everything that he did to them, and that's how we kind of know exactly what he did to his victims.
Yeah.
Because of these two women.
But he was so arrogant that he didn't even like try to hide his own identity from them.
No.
Like he fully let them know, like, oh yeah, I'm George Schaefer.
All right, so he went to prison, and while he was awaiting trial, he committed 6 more murders. How does that happen? How do you let someone who's awaiting trial for murder more people?
That makes no sense. Wouldn't they be in jail, like waiting trial?
So they used the Devil's Tree as a starting point in terms of finding these victims, since that was the main point that the women pointed out. That's where they escaped from. And that's where they found a decent amount of bodies.
Yeah.
Now, going from all this death, all this torture, all this...
He would literally like tie these girls to trees for hours and like mentally and physically torture them.
Just like as he did to himself before he got...
Yeah.
It wasn't enough. He did the exact same thing to these women. Schaefer was not the only evil presence to go through the tree in that area. There's actually a bunch of other cults and whatnot who would have rituals around there.
Remember, we went to that one site, the ritual site.
Mm-hmm. Which we named ritual site, not confirmed.
Yeah, not confirmed, but when you guys see it in the video, it definitely was a ritual site. And that's where we ended up doing a Ouija board. Mm-hmm. I remember last night when we ended the video, me and you were like, yo, did you do that? Like, seriously, tell me, was that you? And we're like, no, that was not
creepy.
us. It was that was the first time I ever did like a Ouija board like that too. Yeah, that was really scary. It worked. I woke up this morning. I don't know if you can still see it, but like red marks around my neck. Like it was really bad this morning. Like looked like someone was like strangling me.
And yeah, I remember yesterday I felt like someone was strangling me when we were standing by the ritual area too.
Yeah, when we were standing by the ritual area, you said like
suffocated.
Yeah, you said your throat was closing up.
Mm-hmm. Satanists.
Satanists.
They were using that area. They were using it for worship, for sacrifices probably in that area. And not only the Satanists, but then you have the true Satanists in life. What?
In the spirit box in the Estes method last night, you said sacrifice.
So not only them, but then some true evil, the Ku Klux Klan.
Ugh.
They probably hung their victims.
It's probably the same branch that he hung his victims at.
Yeah, it's like very sad. All these people died there. Maybe that's why they say 40, because maybe that's also from the victims from the Ku Klux Klan.
Honestly, maybe.
A lot of negative energy, a lot of evil around this tree in this area.
Doesn't leave.
A lot of people recognize that. It's not like, oh, we're the only ones who recognize the evil type thing. No, like people recognize that it was an evil spot, that there was like very like creepy area. This tree itself in that area just looks so dark. It was so dark compared to the rest of the color. It
stood out. It really stood out. Like you look to the left as you're walking down the trail and you see the tree and you're just like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Instantly. And a lot of people noticed that and they wanted this tree down.
Mm-hmm.
People wanted to get the tree down. They saw the negative impacts of it, the evil surrounding it, and they wanted to take the tree down. They tried to burn it. It wouldn't catch fire. They tried to saw it down. Saws would break.
And we're not just talking about like a old saw, like you have two people going back and forth.
Like
we're talking about chainsaws, multiple chainsaws at once that are saying, "Oh, nope, they're all broken now." Like this tree is doing everything it can to stay alive. Like what is keeping it there? They tried cutting it down 24 times. You tell me you can't cut a freaking tree down after the second or third time?
And like it's a big tree, but like it's a
thick boy. It's a thick boy.
Thick boy, but I mean like it's a tree. Like we're able to chop trees down all over the world. So why can't we do it to this one tree randomly in Florida?
Yeah. It makes no sense.
And then priests would come around and try to. What would they do to the side of
There's been 2 exorcisms on the tree. I feel like we're just walking down like some weird alternate universe path. You know what I mean? It's like those movies where like you cross into a path and you just go into like a completely different universe.
Yeah, like parallel dimension type thing.
It's like a portal. Bro, what the heck is this? Is this it?
Yeah, some kid wrote that.
Huh. You're standing like almost under where he hung his victims.
How do you get that high up?
Probably had a ladder. One of the balls was going off, this one. You could just see on the tree like how many times they tried burning it and slashing it.
Like they literally filled it. I feel like this isn't the real picture. There's probably like cement or clay pushed in here
Yeah, why?
to prevent it from falling down because it wasn't fully falling down.
Priests have literally performed exorcisms on this tree. You think like this is the spot? Like what is this stuff?
It looks like cement or clay.
Why would they do that? This area is just really creepy. Like, even these parts. Do you think like this is where the bodies were found?
I would assume he wouldn't put them right next to the tree. They probably laid them out.
Cat balls going off. It's already messing around with us. Later, it's gonna be even crazier. It's gonna be so scary. Alright, can we just say, this was the first thing.
No, that wasn't even the first thing.
Oh, the first thing was this. Look how creepy that looks. 11 bodies were found around this tree. Oh. What's making it go off? This one's going off. Start asking it questions. Now this one, they're both going off.
No. No way, that's just 2 bugs. Doesn't even look like big bugs on it.
If you're with us right now, make another ball go off. Oh my God. Make the ball stop going off. Nope. Oh, I don't know if he's a good listener. Oh, I don't think he likes talking crap. It just feels like really weird back there. Like, what's all this like? Why is that stuff back there? Cement?
Maybe there was a building before?
For what?
I think there were stairs on the other side too. It had to have been a building. Look, all the way around.
In the middle of the woods? Imagine being buried in the forest.
I feel like there's so much stuff out here, no one would find them.
How could you find someone back here? Those are perfectly calm. If there's someone with us right now, make one of those cat balls go off. Touch one of those cat balls on the blanket. Oh. Yo, you think this is like some type of like ritual site? Oh my God.
Oh.
Ah.
Beware.
No.
Imagine a KKK member just falling over that. Oh my God, maybe that's what it was, like an old building for like the KKK members or something.
This just looks like somewhere like you have a ritual.
Yeah. KKK, or maybe like a satanic ritual.
I think we just found our Ouija board place.
Oh crap, true. And put it out right here.
Yep.
Cause look how weird, like why are all the vines curvy like that?
It just looks really weird over here. Like, why is this like open space? You know, like people standing right here. It's like people still worship here.
Here, you gonna worship me? Bow down.
queen.
Wait, what is these?
What?
Look, C-C. XX. Why?
What? That's not weird.
That's really weird. What is
That's not satanic. Yo, doesn't this look like the devil right here?
How do you know what the devil looks like?
Like the devil horns? Because I'm the devil, that's fine.
Oh yeah, sticking out. Kind of does, yeah. Hopefully we can talk to Mr. Schaefer, whatever his first name is. No one really cares because obviously he's dead. He's a serial. Open for yes, closed for no. You guys have seen this enough times. Hopefully it worked. Mr. Schaefer, are you here right now? Please open the rods for yes, closed for no. Did you bury bodies around the tree?
That was a strong yes. Point where?
Move the rods to where the bodies are buried.
That ritual site?
Look.
The other one too?
Oh my god.
That ritual site is definitely where he buried some of his bodies. All the way back there.
Do you want me as your next victim?
Oh my. Don't. No. Oh my. You do fit the profile.
Both of them are opening up. Each of them are going.
I will.
Oh? They were both moving at the same time.
Well, Gerard, I'll kill you a second time if you touch her.
Alright.
Use your nunchucks.
Was hanging women your preferred method of killing? Open for yes, closed for no.
No?
No. Is the only way he murdered them by hanging them?
I read that he would like tie them to the tree, like around there, to around the center, and he would like mentally and physically torture them for hours before killing them.
Did you torture the women to death before you even hung them?
Did it open?
It looks like a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you use your role as a cop to lure in the young women?
It's definitely opening. Oh, yep. Let's stand on the tree.
Summon its energies, its powers.
I'll lay on it. Dang, it just feels like different under this branch. Yeah, he. All right. What if he only liked talking to you because you're like one of his victims?
He probably would. I mean, I'm pretty cute, not gonna lie.
You are pretty cute. Did you kill more than 11 women?
Yes?
Did you bury all your bodies here? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think. Why do I feel like the bugs get really loud when we're trying to start filming? Like once we start filming it, they get louder.
Yeah, we just took 5 minutes off and they were like.
It's like kind of quiet.
Low. Now it's like very loud again. Is there more bodies around this tree that weren't discovered?
Open up a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Imagine if we're just like on top of bodies right now that were never found. How many cold cases there must have been? All right. Can you point to the direction of the unfound bodies? Staring at you.
It's me. I'm the unfound body.
What if it is talking about us? No, we would not like to die tonight, sir. Please. We just come to share your story. Do you want to hurt us?
Looks like it's opening a little bit.
Yeah. Do you feel like just like really angry?
I feel like an
anxious?
overwhelming like pressure on my body.
Yeah.
Like my chest feels so heavy.
It just changes your whole mood too here. I'm telling you, like once you walk through that path right there, it just does something to you.
It's a new dimension. We're in the
It
upside
is.
down. Dun dun dun.
We're gonna stop for a few minutes and then recover from whatever we're feeling right now and try to do EVP.